Hey, storytellers, I think we can all agree about one part of publishing a book, and that's the fact that book marketing sucks. I rarely meet an author who enjoys doing it and who doesn't run into some major challenge with getting their book out into the world, myself included. So, to help address that problem, I have created a book marketing app called Forward.io. That's FORWORD.io. And it's launching on July 3rd, 2026. So the rest of this video today is a bit different than usual because I'm going to walk you through how it's designed to give you a customized book marketing plan specific to your genre, to your goals, to your needs, your platform preferences, all of that gets covered. So in the rest of the video, you're going to see how to sign up, how to set up your author profile, how to set up your book profiles, how to create your book marketing plans, and how to put those into action. So I hope that you enjoy learning about the app, and I hope that you'll check it out on July 3rd, 2026 when it launches. So let's get the show on the road. Hello, storyteller, and welcome to Forward.io. My name is Jonathan Jordan. I'm an award winning book coach and ghostwriter who has worked with authors at all levels, from consulting authors who went on to get deals with Big Five publishers to self published and hybrid authors who generated over six figures in book sales. But a common pain point emerges for every author I've ever worked with: the fact that book marketing sucks, which is why Forward.io is designed to help you rewrite your book marketing story, whether you're still in the process of writing or you're looking to relaunch a previously published title. Forward.io cuts through the noise of contradictory advice that you find online, and it builds a customized marketing plan based on your genre, your goals, your time, and your preferred platforms. Now, you'll find more tutorial videos inside of Forward.io, but for this demo, I just want to walk you through the setup process and how to draft your first custom book marketing plan. Just as you've probably already figured out, you're going to click Get Started free to set up your account. Okay, so we're just going to call this test account for now, and I'm going to use this email. And then you're going to set up a password, of course, and click Create Account. All right, so the first thing you're going to see is your author profile. And if you want to, you can upload a photo. There we go. And then you need to go ahead and set up your name right here. And then you need to tell us a little bit about yourself because this is going to be important whenever we create the book marketing plan later on. So tell us what kind of author you are and any other information we might need to know. Okay. Now, what's optional is this personal information like your date of birth, your gender, all of that stuff. You don't have to fill that out right now, but I do suggest it for later on. So now that you've created your author profile, now you can start creating the marketing plans for your books. So we're going to click add another book or add your first project right here. Either button works exactly the same. So you're going to just follow this step by step. It's pretty easy to follow. You're going to tell us a little bit about the book. You're going to tell us where you are in the process of your book. So you see all these different stages right here that your book might be in. You're going to hit continue. Then you're going to tell us a little bit more about what type of book it is. So fiction or nonfiction, the different genres that it might be in. You can also put in different keywords or subgenres that are important for your marketing plan. Anything that we need to know about your book so that we can best help you position it. Then you're going to hit continue. There's a page here that you can skip about your comp titles, but I do suggest that you put in at least one comp title. You can do up to three. So put in your comp titles here because that's going to help us make the plan a little bit more specific to you. I am going to skip it for now just for time. And then you're going to tell us more about your goals, the readers that you're trying to reach, and any platforms that you are on or considering getting on. Okay. So you're going to rank your top 3 book goals right here. So I'm going to say build my readership, sell more copies, and build authority. Okay. And then you're going to click through your ideal readers. What are they interested in? You can add in your own qualifiers right here to make it more specific. And then this is really important. You need to tell us which platforms you are active on in the order of your preference. I'm going to say Instagram, TikTok, and Substack. Then you need to tell us what platforms you're open to exploring. So maybe I'm thinking about doing more podcast appearances, and maybe I'm considering getting on Blue Sky because I keep hearing people talk about it. And you're going to hit continue. This page is so important. We need to know what your capacity is in several different areas. One of those, the most important one, is your time availability, because this will determine how many tasks we give you for your 30-day plan and then also your 90-day plan. Because if you say you only have 1 to 2 hours, then we're not going to give you as many tasks per week. If you say you've got 6 to 10 hours for marketing your book, we're going to give you all kinds of tasks. Okay. So be realistic here with what your time availability actually is. And I'm just going to say 1 to 2 hours so you can see what that looks like. And then we need to know what the size of your existing audience is. And it's okay if you are under 500. If you are starting from 0, that's all right. We're going to give you tasks that help you create that audience over time. And then your publishing path for your book, you've got 4 options here: self-published, traditional, hybrid, or undecided. And then tell us any tools that you are already using. That way the plan doesn't give you a bunch of tasks that you've already taken care of before you signed up for Forward.io. So I'm going to say, you know what? I'm already using Canva, I'm already using Buffer, and I'm already using Kit. So that way the plan won't give me a bunch of recommendations for signing up for those services, because it knows, hey, you're already signed up for this. Click continue. Now you get to review your book profile to make sure everything is accurate. If it's not, you can still edit it before creating your plan. So you've got an opportunity here to make some adjustments. And then I'm going to say save and go to plan. So here's my book profile that I just created, and now I want to go in and actually draft the plan. By the way, you can upload a cover for your book if you want to. So if you're using Forward.io for a book that's already out there, already been released or about to be released, and you've already got the cover artwork, you can go ahead and upload that right here. And if I just scroll down here, if everything looks good in the book profile, now I can go ahead and draft my 30-day plan. So I'm going to click on that. And typically, because of how robust these plans are, it probably will take 3 to 5 minutes for it to generate. I have had some of these plans generate as quickly as 1 minute and 2 minutes, but if you give it a lot of information to work off of, it's going to give you very specific instructions and steps to follow. So that is going to take a little bit more time. But what's really important is that you don't close the tab so that the plan has a chance to make. Now you can navigate to a different tab so that you can answer emails or do whatever you need to do for a few minutes, but just don't close this tab or you're going to have to start over. If for some reason it takes longer than 5 minutes, then what I suggest doing is go to the previous page, because sometimes it looks like it hasn't created your plan when it actually has. And so if you go back to your book profile page, you'll see the plan is there and ready for you to start. But if it isn't there, just try it again. All right, now we finally get to see our 30-day plan. So if you scroll back up to the top, you'll see your book profile right here. If you ever need to update anything on there, all you have to do is click View Profile, update the information, and then you can redraft the plan and it will update based on the new information. So if your book has progressed and now it's in a different stage of development, you can update that and then you can redraft the plan and it will give you tasks better aligned to the stage that your book is in. Now you're going to see that the plan is broken up into 5 phases. It does this for every single plan. And you'll see the titles of each of those phases right there and a description of what they are. And then every phase is broken into weeks. Okay. Now, week 1 of 13, this is the total length of the 90-day plan that is generated. Because I'm a free user right now, I'm only able to see the first 30 days worth of tasks. But here's the good news. You don't have to have everything done in those 30 days. The 30-day marker and the 90-day marker is an estimate of how long it takes most authors to accomplish that number of tasks. But if you need 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, whatever to complete the tasks, that's fine. They're always going to be here for you. You're not going to get cut off from them. So you'll see right here, I've got some tasks this week to start checking off. The very first one is to pin 3 key posts to your Instagram profile grid. So let's say I've already done that. I'm going to go ahead and check that off and say, yep, it's done. And I get some points. So you actually get points every time you accomplish a task. And in a different video, I'll cover what you can do with those points. But let's say that you get a task on here that you don't really like. You can choose to replace the task with this button here. It says replace task. I'm going to say yes, replace it. And it's going to come up with a new option for me. Or let's say I look at a task and I say, you know what, this is a good task, but I don't want to focus on it this week. You can actually move the task to a different week. Okay. So I'm going to say move it to week 2, and it'll automatically move over to week 2. And it'll be waiting there for me. Now, one limitation of moving tasks is you can only move a task to a different week within one of the phases. You cannot move a task from one phase to another because they're specific to that phase. If you are trying to move a task and you're wondering why it won't let you move to the next week, it's because you're about to enter into a different phase of the plan. And so if I click onto phase 3, you're going to see all of these tasks are blurred out because I'm on the starter plan. So I would need to upgrade to be able to unlock those plans. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Now, let's say I have my own task that I want to do, something that I have on my calendar, something I want to take care of that there's no way for Forward.io to know about. You can actually add your own task in the week view right here. So down at the bottom, you can add your own task. Reach out to some influencers in my genre. And then I'm going to estimate how much time that's going to take me. And I'm going to assign that to PR and outreach so that I can get points for it whenever I complete the task. And then I'm going to say add task. So yeah, you get to add your own tasks if you want to. All right, now let me show you how it works to upgrade. So if I want to see my full 90 days worth of tasks, I'm going to click upgrade to unlock. And there's 2 different paid tiers that we have available right now. The first one is author. It's $9 a month. It's going to give you the 90 days worth of tasks for one active book. But one of the bonuses of having an author account is you get to create as many 30-day plans as you want. So if you've got 2 or 3 other titles that you are wanting to market and you're wanting to use Forward.io for, you can create all of those and still have 30-day plans for them, but you can only have one 90-day plan on the author account. And then if you want to do Author Pro, that's $19 a month, and that gives you everything in Author, and it gives you unlimited 90-day plans. So this is perfect for if you're a serial author and you're always putting something new out every 6 to 9 months to keep your audience happy. This is a great option because you're going to get 90-day plans for all of those projects. Select which one you want if you choose to upgrade. And it's a very, very simple process of going forward. It's going to take you to the checkout page where you'll enter card information. You know how to do this. Nothing too crazy or unusual here. So let's just go back for now. All right, so you can always access your book plans right here. On the free account, you can add up to 2 books to get free 30-day plans for it. So that way you could have a plan for the title maybe that you're about to release or that you've already released. And then you can also have a plan for whatever your current work in progress is. So I definitely encourage you to take advantage of having 2 marketing plans on here if you are a free user. But otherwise, that's really it. You can always go to your account settings and update any information you want to, whether that's your picture or information about yourself. You can update your email address, update your password, and we hope you don't do this, but if you ever need to delete the account, you can also do that. Thank you for watching this demo video. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you get a ton out of Forward.io. We want to be part of moving your book forward and your author journey, so please make sure to reach out if you need any help. And you can also share your successes and your wins at our email address, stories@forward.io. We'd love to hear about any success you're having and encourage you in this journey. So just know we're over here cheering you on. So keep moving your book forward.